Hey everyone, so I've been getting a lot of questions on my Creator Contest 2 video, and I just thought I should go over some of those, since I've gotten some reoccurring ones that I don't think it's quite effective enough just to write them in the description, and there's also a couple other things I did. First, big change, I changed Koopa Zoo is now playing JamAttack, so good, thanks for letting me know. Warm and Cozy now has blending as this color, so if you overlay it with that, it's kind of the original color it had. But it's just, you can use it for like glow and stuff. Place one of these. As you can see, it makes some nice glow. But yeah, that works much better for like kind of the warm vibe I was going for. I also did the same with Scarlet Flame, but I did that earlier on. I might bring this up a little bit. So the first thing, I should probably just make sure you know how to do this. If you want to use one of these color palettes, all you have to do, say you want to use Warm and Cozy, you select these 5. Say you want to use Frosted Pine, you select these 5. You want to use For King, let's use that, it's these 5. So what you do is then you go to this button, you add them as a custom object. It's gonna lag a bit because I have a lot in here. And as long as you don't have 100 or more custom objects, you shouldn't need to hack in order to do it. This is only 5 objects, so it should work just fine in vanilla GD without any hack client. Yeah, that's what you do, and then you just go to custom objects once you're in the level and just place it down. What you want to do is place it down all the way at the beginning of the level as far as you possibly can. So once you do that, and as you can see, we're in a separate level now, so you paste it into the level you want to create. So once you place these in, and I almost forgot to do this, what you have to do is you have to take it off of spawn trigger. I just had this on so they display correctly in my preview, so turn that off. And now, when you place down an object, otherwise these wouldn't do anything. So this object cannot be set to any of these. It can't be set to any of these. It has to be set to one of these 5. Also, all of these 4, these 2 don't really matter since you can't use them anyway. But these 4 have to be set to copy color, and it has to be one of these. And you can't do anything else with it. Or, and what I said in the other video is that you can actually set the line ground 1 and ground 2 to black, but they all have to be set to black. You can't just have one set to black. They all have to be set to black. You can set this to whatever you want. You can set this to whatever you want. But yeah, these can only use colors 1 through 5. You can't use special colors for anything. When I referred to special colors, I was only talking about the ground, background, and line colors. Now another question I get a lot is if you can modify things with alpha triggers, and I'll put these back. You totally can do that. So let's say I put this on group 1. I make group 1 10% opacity. You can make this whatever you want. You can make it 0, you could make it 100, or it can be whatever you want. You can make the fade time whatever you want. What you can't do is change these color triggers or change any of these colors. I mean, it wouldn't do anything because you have the triggers at the beginning. You can't use a color trigger to like change color 1 to something different. Same with pulse triggers. I explained that in the previous video. Wow, Steam really wants me to know who's playing Geometry Dash. So you can't change the colors at all, but you can use alpha triggers to change them. Another thing is if you have an object like this, where even if you set it to one of these colors, it still stays black, you are allowed to use those. It just has to be set to one of these 5 colors. But you're allowed to use these, so you can use that as an exploit. One last question, for some reason I'm getting a lot, even though I don't understand why it's a misunderstanding, I think I explained it pretty well, is that your level can be named whatever you want. It does not have to be named this, and it does not have to be named the color palette. It can be whatever it's named. It can be named whatever you want to name it, so like cool level rate pools. Description can have whatever you want. I prefer you put JamAttack CC2 in the description. What you do have to do is, like, you can put that in the color palette you used in the description, but what you have to do is you have to put them at the beginning of the level. So that, and I'm using Fit for a King, so you have to put these at the beginning of the level like this, so they're visible at the beginning of the level. You can use whatever transitions and effects you want to have them come on screen. You can use whatever font you want. You can use custom text, like make your own text. It just has to say this. It has to say that and say the name of the color palette. Your level doesn't have to be named this, it just has to say this in the level. So anyway, those are the main things that I get asked about, and so I hope that clears things up. Thanks for watching, and have a good, fun time with the creator contest. I hope you make some really cool levels. Can't wait to see them.